Welcome to Goodnight, Robin, your someone to say goodnight to. I'm your host, Robin Rice. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Dogwood Books and Gifts in Greenwich, Connecticut, a spiritual store reimagined as a community of artists, seekers, readers, thinkers, and friends gathered around books, coffee, and thoughtful gifts for thoughtful people. Follow Dogwood at Dogwood Books and Gifts on Instagram, or find them online at dogwoodbooksandgifts.com. As always, the link is in our show notes. Hello, it's Robin from Goodnight, Robin. How are you? As usual, I'm thinking about you. I'm wondering where you are and how you are. Are you listening right before you turn out the light? Are you listening in the middle of the day? I've heard different things from different people. So today I wanted to talk to you about something I found where in Ireland, one of my very favorite, probably my second favorite country in the world, my second home, if you will, in Ireland, they had an experiment where for a month, kids were assigned acts of random kindness instead of, maybe not always random, just acts of kindness, instead of homework. Now, I can imagine this is like a 10-for-1 good thing in the world, right? Because first of all, who doesn't love getting to ditch their homework? And second of all, what does it teach us? What an amazing thing. So apparently, at least it went on for a month at least, but there was a specific schedule. So on Mondays, they had an elderly person that they talked to. On Tuesdays, they had to make like a family member's life easier, taking over a chore or whatever. Wednesdays were for random acts of kindness of any kind. Thursdays were for doing something compassionate for themselves, which is awesome, right? They didn't get left out of this. Giving is not only giving to others, but giving to ourselves. And so they keep a diary of these things. And we know from positive psychology that doing great things all in a row is really, really powerful. It changes how we think about ourselves. If you have kind of like an inner poverty mindset, and not just about money, but just, like I don't have enough of XYZ, whatever it is. I don't have enough compassion or kindness, or I'm not a nice enough person, or whatever your thoughts are, whatever you don't have enough of. Well, this assignment proves that actually you do. Maybe you think you don't have enough time, but you made the time. Maybe you think you don't have enough money, but you did something that was free. Maybe you think you aren't quite nice enough, but that's got to change if you start being nice all the time. And even not all the time, just some of the time. You could be nice some of the time, nicer some of the time, really nice some of the time. I don't know. I think it's really exciting. But what I really, really love is that this was the homework, right? The homework was about discovering generosity. And generosity is the number one thing in the entire world that will change your life. Absolutely. I have days when I just don't feel generous and I don't feel like I've got much to give. And I get on and do this podcast, or I do something else in the world, and that changes in me. That generosity reorients me, and I feel good. I feel good about somehow reaching you, and I feel good that hopefully you're feeling good, and that the world is just this teeny tiny bit better because of this generosity. So anyway, my kind of homework for sure, and I wanted to share that with you. Maybe you could give yourself some assignments. Maybe it's time to go back to school, even if you're older or you're busy with work and you feel overwhelmed. I think it's amazing when you can feel overwhelmed by all the things there are to do and you stop and you say, you know what, I'm going to do something nice and generous anyway. And then you realize, actually, everything else just got a little bit easier because the frustration was less. I'd love to hear if you want to share what generosity does for you. And you can go to goodnightrobin.com and click on the contact button. And I'd just love to hear. I'd love to hear who's listening. I'd love to hear what's going on for you. It's just nice to make that connection. So please know that I welcome those emails. That's what I have for you tonight. I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. Good night.